all Scripture is God breathed. He inspired the whole thing. He inspired every word, we believe, so every word is exactly the word that he wanted, even though the Scriptures are written in the style and through the personality and the circumstances of the writers. And if we have that kind of high view of God's inspiration of content, I think it's only natural that we also say, okay, well then he also inspired the form. He inspired Paul to write letter, and he inspired David to write poem, and he inspired Luke to write narrative or whatever. And so if you've got the content inspired and the form, the type, the genre inspired, I don't see a problem with saying also the tone is inspired. And so did God want Paul to write to the Galatians with that real heartfelt tension and almost aggravation at the false teachers, or the tenderness to Timothy? I think so. It would make sense. And so it's not that emotion is some sort of something you find with key words or something that's sort of separate. It's just part of the nature of communication, and God inspired that. So I think that's why it's important. God's inspired something that isn't simply a list of points. It's not simply a list of bullet points and principles. It's sort of theology in the flesh. It's in reality, and so I think we read that. The danger is that we don't see that we turn it into just a source of theological ideas or applicational principles, and we can lose that interpersonal nature of communication.